Alright, you guys, giving y'all guys an update. I know I've been missing for a few days. Yep, spirit doesn't feel so good today. So today, as you can see, I'm in the passenger side. My daughter's the one that's driving. I'm on my way to the doctor's, and I actually feel better than I felt yesterday and 2 days ago. I just had a lot of problems with breathing. It hurt so much to just breathe. But today I feel like I'm doing a lot better. I'm not as dehydrated. Got plenty of water in my system, and I'm moving around again. I actually had like a terrible shutdown to the point where I couldn't do much of anything. I couldn't film. I can barely edit. And my last video that I edited was the karate video, and I did an audio to it. It's a little slight different from the video, the audio is, and I hope you guys get to enjoy both. And then I was about to upload and edit, and I deleted my video. I did everything in my power to try to get that video back, and I couldn't. But then I had because it was going to be a 3D video, I had the audio to it. So I listened to it and I said, wow, this sounds pretty good. I'm going to keep it and just make it an audio for maybe someone out there could use it, and it may really help them, because just some of the pops hit your ear. It's like, you know. Yeah. This morning I'm really grateful that my daughter, well, actually, I was trying to heal on my own and slowly come back to you guys on my own, but my daughter forced me. She told me if I didn't feel a whole lot better today, that was it. We was going to the doctor, so that's where I'm headed to. But I do feel a lot better. I feel good enough to be able to travel, so, but not good enough to drive. And I love driving. I hate being in a passenger seat. Like I'm a passenger driver. Like, she hit the brakes, I hit the brakes. I hate being on the passenger side. I'm just not a good passenger at all. But I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and that you had a wonderful sleep, and that you're going to have a peaceful night. But yeah, you guys, I want to show you guys this candy that my son gave me. He gave me this candy, you guys, and I'm saving this for a hard candy video. As soon as I get a chance, I'm going to suck on this candy. It's what is it called? It's called Chili Rockets. It's called Chili Rockets. Well, my son would only let me have 3, and I ate one because I just wanted to see so badly how it tastes, and it was really good. Like, I was just scared at first because I was telling him about the chili lollipops that someone had gave me, and my son said, oh yeah, I love those. I love those. They really good. I was like, oh my God, what? And he said, but Mom, you're gonna love this candy. Sure. Okay, he said I was gonna love this candy. And he said, it's watermelon. In the middle of it, as you sucking it, then chili starts to come out in seasoning. I was like, what? Seasoning? What the freak? He said, yeah, you're going to really like it. I love this candy. He had this bag on his bed, and he could only share 3. He wouldn't give me the bag, you guys. Because you know how I like to have the bag and show it to y'all. He wouldn't let me have the bag. It has, but I did taste it. It has chili inside, and oh my God. It was getting really, really good. Really good.
Hey, this is John. How can I help you?
Hi. I'm for my
mom this morning. On my way, I'm running late because it was kind of hard for us to, in her condition to get in the car and stuff. And I'm trying to drive slow so the bumps don't hurt her. But I am on my way. You're on Holcomb, right? We're in Holcomb and Buffalo Speedway. Okay. All right. We're in a Randall Shopping Center. We're with Randall's grocery store. Okay.
I am excited about the candy. Nice candy store downtown Houston, so I can see if I can find some really good hard candy. Okay, you guys, I am here, and hopefully everything is okay. And they just told me that I just need some time to just rest, and that in a few days I'll be back to par, back to doing the things that I normally do. We'll see what happens. Okay, you guys, this is the store Fiesta that I was trying to tell y'all about in my haul, my grocery store haul, that has the food from all over the world. I'm done with the doctors, and now I am going to suck on this candy for my ASMR Heart Candy subscribers. Better. Let me tell you guys what was wrong with me, because you're probably saying, what you go to the doctor for? Well, you guys, my rib cage had locked up on me, and I was having chest pains in felt like my heart, but it was just, uh, with my lungs and the rib cage being locked. So, I had to see a chiropractor, and the chiropractor cracked my back in 3 places and cracked my neck on both sides. Jesus. Oh my God. And right after he did it, I could feel my ear and my lungs like filling up and coming out. It took about 15 good seconds. And I could feel myself breathing a lot better. And, but I got to go back tomorrow and do it again. And then I got to do it 3 times next week. And he said I should be feeling a lot better. And I was trying to figure out what did I do wrong to cause myself to be in so much pain. But I did do a lot last week. But he said I didn't do anything. My muscles were inflamed, and it moved my spine bone. And the bones went together like this. They kind of apart like this, each bone in the spine. And mine was closed up together like this. And it was so close that it was contracting and keeping me from breathing. It was like that. But yeah, you guys, I feel so much better. I'm sore, but I was going to come home and I was going to just put some heat on it. And I was going to go to the sauna, and the doctor told me not to do that unless I'm going to be moving around. And no, I'm not going to be moving around much, So he said, just use an ice pack so that my muscles doesn't get inflamed and start to swell. But heat can cause it to swell and everything, especially if you're just going to be resting afterwards. So yeah, get up and when you take a shower, you can use the heat to massage the muscles, but don't use the heat just for resting. That's the biggest mistake that people make. And yeah, I have been using heat for the last 3 days on my chest and my back and my neck. I couldn't move my neck at all to the left, but when he told me that, okay, he just was gonna feel around my neck because it looked so painful, and I was just like so relaxed, like, okay, yeah, feel around my neck. And he was like, oh wow, it's really painful right here, right? And I was like, before I could say yeah, it was like And I was just looking at him. And then I burst out and start cracking up laughing. I laughed so hard. He started laughing. And he said, okay. He said, you must be laughing to keep from crying. I said, yes. Yes, that's exactly what I'm doing. Oh my God. No, you didn't just do that. And my daughter, she's standing there, holding her, clutching her hands together like that. And then he was like, okay, I have to do the other side because you're really, really tense and you're stuck in place. I was like, no, 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 forget it. No, no, no. He was like, it, let me show you. You just kind of tense right here. He was like putting his hand like right here and showing me where I was tense at. And he was like, look, he's like, you can barely move your toes. And I said, I can move my toes. He's okay, move your toes. I went to go wiggle my toes. You can Oh my God. I'm kind of glad he tricked me because I would not never, never, ever. Don't mess with my body. Don't crack me. I don't like being popped. Oh my God. And then after we finish and everything, my daughter say, oh, Mom, you look like you feel so much better. I said, I do feel better, but I'm not speaking to you right now. Just don't say nothing to me, please. And she was like, well, can I say one thing? And I said, what? She's like, I'm glad it was you and not me. Oh my God, that was scary. Oh my God, it creeped me out. Oh my God, oh my God. I told her, if she say, oh my God, one more time, it's just like, okay, Mom, I'm sorry, but it's so weird. She said, the noises weirded me out. Oh my God. And she said, oh my God. But anyway, you guys, the weather is so muggy and hot today in Houston. I was hearing on the news yesterday that they had a storm come through Texas again. Um, if I'm not mistaken, it was Friday, and through Saturday morning, the storm was coming through, and they said that a grandmother and her 4 grandchildren died at a creek. And oh my God, it was just so sad. I was saying to myself, like, what is going on? I noticed that they starting to build the bridges here in Texas kind of high. And I told my daughter, I said, something going on, something going on. They know something they're not telling us. I told my daughter, I'm kind of scared living here, right here in Houston. Like, I feel like we're sitting ducks. But I said, shouldn't we move to California? She's like, no, they definitely going under. I said, no, I don't think they said California gonna be underneath water. I think they said California gonna drop off. That I think. I'm not sure. But I mean it might not happen in our lifetime. I don't know. But maybe Florida. I'm trying to convince my daughter, let's move. It's like she loved Texas. Like she loved Houston actually, not Texas. Houston, Texas. Um, because unfortunately, uh, let me tell you guys this quick story. You know what? No. Yeah, I'm gonna tell it to you guys. I was gonna save it for the hard candy, but I'm gonna tell it to you guys. We went out to Las Vegas for our birthday. Me, my baby girl, and my oldest girl. And on the way home, I had a shutdown. My body would barely move. I had so much fun. And I did so much dancing and moving around and jumping around and howling and screaming, just having so much fun in Las Vegas that on the drive home, yeah, we drove to Las Vegas like we were out our minds. I have got to tell y'all about that trip one day. My daughter vlogged the whole thing, but you know, I don't know. I might pull some of the pieces out and tell y'all some of the stories so y'all can see what I'm talking about. But yeah, we drove to Las Vegas and drove back. We was crazy. We will never, ever do that again. We spent so much money we got flat tires 4 times, 2 at a time that we had to have change, and we had got brand new tires each time, and they went flat and tore up, and it was a mess. I even did a roadkill. Like I was driving and we had got a flat tire and I was trying to make it back to the gas station because the road got darker and darker and we was getting freaked out. And on the way back, it was something big eating something in the street. It was eating something in the road. And by the time I saw it, I was like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I couldn't swerve over because cars were coming real fast one way and we were going the other way. And I think where we were, I don't know where, Albuquerque or Albert, whatever it was, Texas, going into New Mexico. And the, it was just, we were going too fast. And I started praying for the animal that I saw. And I'm going to tell you guys, to me, it looked like a big rat. My daughter said it looked like a raccoon to her. It could have been a possum. I don't know. It was big as a cat. And my daughter was like, "Oh my God, you gotta kill it!" And I was like, "No, I don't want to kill it." Next thing I know, we said, "Boom!" And I was like, "Ugh, ugh, no!" And then my daughter was like, "Oh my God, Mom, you just murdered something." And I was like, "What was I supposed to do?" She said, "It's nothing you could do. It was roadkill." I told my daughter, I said, "Roadkill is when something is already dead and you eat it, right?" She was like, "No, you was on the road and you killed it. It was roadkill." Oh my God, you guys, we were so silent all the way to the gas station. We both felt so freaking bad. It was terrible. And then we had to go past it. We didn't even want to go past it. I went past it with my eyes closed, like I didn't even want to see it on the ground. It was just horrible. And then going past it, going back, you know what I mean. But anyway, so my oldest daughter was like, "Okay, Nadine, you need to drive. It's your turn. You need to drive. Mommy need a rest. She don't need to kill nothing else." You know, so Nadine was driving. And the morning came up and we ended up in this place, we had just made it from New Mexico into Texas. And we were so happy that we made it into Texas, but we still were so far away from home. Texas is huge. Like we was a few hundred miles still away from home. And no more than a few hundred miles. We was a long way from home. I think we was like 500, maybe 600 miles away from home. And a police officer uh, came past us zooming. It was zooming past us. And we didn't know. We was like, okay, something must be going on up there. So once it went past us and we've been driving for like maybe 5 minutes, we seen a store. And my oldest daughter was like, "Oh, Nadine, pull over, pull over. I want to get me some lottery tickets." Because when you buy tickets from out of town, not where you're from, you may get lucky and you may hit something. So we all bought lottery tickets. I think my daughter actually won $100 on her lottery ticket and I won $5. So I gave mine to this man that looked like he was holding up a cup for money. I gave him my ticket because what was I going to do with it, you know? And I probably would never be back that way no time soon. So I gave him my ticket and we proceeded to drive home. Um, and as we went down the road, I think we only got like 3 miles down the road and we saw the same cop. And he was driving with traffic at first, but he slowed down real slow. We didn't really pay no mind. We were laughing, we were talking. And so, you know, the cop slowed down even more, and we kept going less than a speed limit because it was other traffic, you know, cars and everything like that. And then a car jumped in front of us and went around us to go even faster. And we said, "Oh, okay, you know." So then, you know, next thing you know, they said we only had about maybe 3 miles to get out of that Pacific town, and the lights went out. The lights went off with the siren, the cop. And we was like, what's going on?" And I said, "Nadine, what's going on?" We wasn't near a stop sign, not a stoplight, nothing. So my daughter pulled over, and this is her first time ever being pulled over by a cop. So she was nervous. And then at the time, things were going on in the world. And at the time, I tell you, at the time, was just some bad things going on in the world where it was like some bad communication with police officers and people. So we were pretty scared. And when we pulled over, he came over to my daughter's side and he looked in the window. And I had on a baseball cap, I had put a braided my hair because I was wearing wigs in Las Vegas, and I put on a wig cap and a baseball cap because I didn't feel good, and I had on my son's sweat jacket to keep me warm, for when it get cold at night. Because when we was driving through at night, or early in the morning, it would get cold. So I had on a sweat jacket and I had on some shades. And he looked through the door, um, through the window on my daughter's side. He didn't ask her for her license or anything. He looked at me and he put his hand on his gun, and put his hand like on the other side, like on his belt or whatever. And he said, "Get out the car." And my daughter looked at me, I looked at her, and my oldest daughter was in the back seat. She was like, "Who get out the car?" And yeah, I'm gonna have to make this story short, y'all, because it's hot out here. But yeah, so my oldest daughter looked at the cop and was like, "Who get out the car?" And he pointed to me, said, "Get out the car right now." And I was like, "Oh my God, I don't know how I'm going to do this," because the way we had me seated in the car was intended for me to stay as comfortable as possible until I got home, because I was having a shutdown and we was trying to get home before I shut all the way down. And so then he walked to my side. And when he got to my side, I said, "Okay, I'm going to get out the car, but it's going to take me a minute because I don't feel good." And he looked at me and he was like, "Oh, uh, uh." I was like, "What?" He said that someone said they saw a suspicious male driving through town. And, you know, and I said, "Oh," I said, "Well, we ain't got no males in this car. Oh, you thought I was a man?" And he said, I was like, he said, "But you know what? Still get out the car." So my youngest daughter said, "But she don't feel good. You sure she need to get out the car? I'm the one driving." And then he said, "Well, you can go to the back of my car." Um, and my daughter's like, "You want me to go to the back of your car?" He said, "Yeah, go to the back of the car." And my daughter started to get out of the car. And I started to get out, and he was waiting for me to get out. And he could see that I was in so much pain at the time. And I had swelled up so bad that I could barely move. And I said, "Okay, since I'm not a male, and you see that I'm a female, what did I do?" And he said, "You don't question me. I question you." He said, "Take out your ID." I said, "I can't. My ID is in the trunk of the car, packed with my suitcase and stuff." And he told my daughter, "Open up the trunk." So my daughter opened up the trunk. He said, "Look for her ID." And he took my ID and everything. And then he asked me where did I live at. You know, he even asked me what was my phone number. He asked me where did I work at, how long I've been working, where did I work at a year before. He was just asking me a lot of questions, and I was saying, "Oh my God, are you serious?" So then, my daughter interrupted him, and he told her to be quiet. That he's talking to me, and my oldest daughter said, "Nadine, just be quiet." She said, "But I just don't understand why he pulled us over. He won't even tell us why he pulled us over." And he said that he doesn't have to have a reason to pull us over if he got a call that's suspicious, you know, people were in town or driving by or anything, that he can pull us over. So he did. And we did stop at a store. But we didn't think that we did anything wrong. We did what some lottery tickets. So then after he got my license from my daughter, then he looked around the car, did a thorough search around the car, and then he told my daughter, "Well, your license plates, not on correctly." And she said, "Well, how are they supposed to be on? Because they got the two screws in them." And my oldest daughter told her, "Don't argue with him. Don't argue with him. Don't say anything. Let him say whatever he wanted to say." My oldest daughter was really frightened. And she was saying, "Just let him, he gonna say whatever he wanna say. He's waiting for you." to get smart or say something smart back to him. So then he told my daughter that he wanted her to sit in the back of the cop car. And I was in so much pain. I was like, listen, okay, we not from around here. We live in Houston. And I understand you doing your job. But please, do not put her in the cop car. Whatever you need to do, and ask her, can you please do it out here? Because now I'm starting to become afraid. And next thing I know, him and my daughter was arguing because she didn't want to get in his car. So I called the police. I called 911. My oldest daughter called 911, and we both was on the phone telling them to send out another state trooper or a police right now because we are scared. We don't know what's going on. When he pulled us over, he didn't ask my daughter for her license or anything. He told me to get out the car, and I'm on the passenger side, and I don't feel good. And I said, but I'm scared to death right now because I don't know what's going on. He's trying to put my daughter in the back seat of the car, and he got his hand on his hip and looked like he gonna pull out his gun. That's what we thought. We were scared. And so then, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, I started crying. I was scared. And I was like, I think I started crying because I felt like once he drive off with my daughter, I'm never gonna see her again. That's how I felt. So I started saying, Nadine, if they take you, we're gonna be right behind you. We're not gonna lose you. Everything gonna be okay. Don't panic. And she was like, no, 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 no. I didn't do anything wrong. I didn't do anything wrong. And then my oldest daughter was like, Nadine, just calm down. Everything gonna be okay. She's like, no, he's not taking me. I didn't do anything wrong. And my oldest daughter told the cop, well, they got another cop coming out here. We called the police. Next thing you know, he was on the radio, and he went behind his car talking. And then he went inside his car and he shut the door. And then when he got out the car, he apologized to us, gave me back my license, didn't even give my daughter a warning ticket or nothing, and asked her how long does she think it'll take her to basically get home. And she said, well, I wasn't in a rush to get home. I was just going to speed limit, so I don't know. We still got a long way to go. And he said, well, when you get home, you probably need to take your license plates off and re-put them back on so they'll look, straighter. When we got to the next place that we could pull over, we were looking at the license plates, trying to see what we could do to fix it. And my daughter was like, Mom, it's nothing wrong with the license plates, okay? It's nothing wrong with the license plates. It's okay. Get back in the car. We just had a bad experience. And we were quiet for like a whole hour. We couldn't even talk to each other. All I kept thinking was just thank God it was three of us. It was my daughter, it was my younger daughter, my oldest daughter, it was me. And I just thank God that it wasn't just me and my baby girl, because I was in so much pain, I wouldn't have been able to help her. My oldest daughter immediately started calling police and asking for help because she was frightened. She was frightened. And my youngest daughter, Nadine, she just went into a complete defense magnetism, like crying and saying, just tell me what I did wrong. I don't want to get in your car. And he was saying that you're going to do what I tell you to do. And he was right. If he said that he has to put her in a car, I told my daughter, I told him she has never been in trouble. She has never been beat up or anything. And he was just looking at me like I'm crazy. And I was like, she just scared, can you at least wait until the other cop get out here? And if you have to lock her up or have to take her, at least it's another cop out here, And he was red, he was flustered. Until this day, we really didn't understand what happened. Yeah. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys. We were planning on traveling a whole lot of places in the United States. We did road trips all the time. That's all we do is do road trips. Ever since that happened to us, we have not done like major road trips. We've been afraid. So now we won't probably do major road trips. We'll be catching a bus or a plane. And if we can't catch a bus or a plane, then we won't go if it's over 100 miles because of what happened to us. We were just too frightened, you know. And then, unfortunately, when we got home, this happened to us on the 13th. And when we got home on the 16th um, of July of 2015, we found out that a young lady was pulled over in Texas, and they said it was for changing lanes, not changing lanes properly, and she was found hung in her jail cell. They said she did it, but the police officer told her if she didn't get out the car, he was going to light her up. And when we saw the incident, it broke us. We were so heartbroken, and we felt the fear and the pain that this young lady might have went through, because we was experiencing something around the same time that she experienced her pullover with the police. But she unfortunately passed away, and my heart go out to her family. It's just a sad situation. But anyway, I'm sorry, you guys. Oh my gosh. See, it's just so much. Like, I try to be happy, you know, and I do the best I can each day to appreciate the small things and to remember, you know, what life has to offer and gives each day. And you know, sometimes life is a tragedy, and it's about survival and moving forward. You know, you got to keep moving forward. But sometimes you go through bad experiences, and you know, I don't know why we had to go through that, you know, but it has put us in, you know, has put fear in our heart to the point where we're scared to travel. Not scared, you know, things happen to you, people, strangers, um, bad situations happen to you, but you know, the police is supposed to protect you. You're not supposed to be afraid of the police. And I'm be honest with you right now, like, you know, I never been afraid of the police until now. And I don't put all police in one pocket, because I thank God for the police, because it's so much that they do, you know, for the world, well, for the United States, you know, that I know of. But I only could go by my one experiences, and I'm just praying that one day that I don't feel so compelling to feel fear whenever I'm dealing with the law, you know, because the law, it should be the one thing that you could trust. But for right now, I try to just respect the law, respect, you know, as much as I can, to just keep things calm, you know, because unfortunately we living in a time that things can be taken out of hand really quickly. Anyway, you guys, I hope I don't offend anyone by sharing that story. It wasn't easy. Kind of kept it under locks. We don't even talk about it. My daughter don't like to talk about it because it makes her cry every time she think about it. She's just thought about, like, she felt like if I was a man sitting in the front seat of the car, even when I stood out, I probably, something bad probably would have happened. But when he heard my voice, so thank God for my voice, you guys. I got a beautiful, lovely voice. Thank God. Yeah. But I did. That day I did. I had all my hair in a wig cap. You would have thought I had all my hair in a wig cap. You would have thought I was bald head. And I had on a baseball cap, had a big hoodie with the hood in the back of it. And I even remember having the hood over the cap. You know what I mean? Because I was just in my comfort zone and I had a big blanket on my leg. And uh, I was just trying to stay as comfortable as possible. And I was kind of laid back like this in a seat. And we were listening to music and talking and laughing. We had no idea. And I'm gonna tell you, on the way home, my oldest daughter said, "Mom, don't you ever put on another baseball cap." She said, "Don't you ever wear another hoodie, a baseball cap, or nothing." I said, "Yeah, maybe you're right." Oh my God. But yeah, you guys, that's one of the reasons why I have not been able to do a road trip. I have to get over my fear. And it's going to take a minute. It's going to take a minute. I'm telling you, I'm too scared right now. I can't. I can't. I'm not even afraid of people out there. I'm just scared, you know, because I want to enjoy my life as much as I can. And I want to go the natural way. I don't want to go, a horrible way like that. And I don't want anything to happen to my children. So I'm just going to stay off the road as far as taking a long road trip for now. And soon, you know, after I'm able to get the things that I need for my ASMR channel, I have money to be able to travel with so that I can go to different places so I can be able to show you guys some great things. There's so many things I want to see, and I'm not going to be able to see them if I'm afraid. So I'm going to have to get over this fear. I'm working on it. Okay, you guys, I'm out.